And I had to tell the weed man, listen, weed man, I know you put money in the bucket, but Mr. Weed Man, if you don't stop selling your weed, you'll be a weed man in hell who paid money to the church. So you can't bribe God. You can't throw some tithe at God. You can't bribe me. You can't come in here and just throw some money and just make you feel okay because you put a whole lot of money in the bucket. Yeah, you know, I'm a pastor of all kind of people. You know, I people, you know, church people and non-church people, and I talk to people and everything. And I've told you, I told the story before. You know, in Oakland, I had some dope dealers and some people that come to the church. I mean, for real, and just put bunch of money and just hundreds of dollars and fistful of dollars, thousands of dollars. They just put it in the basket. I remember one time my count team was in the back. They was doing the count. And I opened up the door and I came in the count room and the count room was reeking with weed. And I say, what in the world is going on in my count room? Pastor, you cool off. Them your sheep that put this weed money in the bucket. I said, oh, that's right. My weed man been to church today. Oh, okay. And I had to tell the weed man, listen, weed man, I know you put money in the bucket, but Mr. Weed Man, if you don't stop selling your weed, you'll be a weed man in hell who paid money to the church. So I can't let you think that you put thousands of dollars in the bucket will cause me to kind of like tiptoe around the fact that you're the weed man. And he brought some of his weed buddies too, and they put a whole lot of money in there too. But guess what? The reality of it is you can't bribe God. And if you don't stop what you're doing, you're going to be in trouble. And God is extending mercy to you and grace to you because you're doing it in your ignorance. But now you've come into a knowledge of truth. And so now you have to make the necessary corrections lest trouble fall on you, because God says that he will not be bribed. And the sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to him. It is the same thing whether you're sacrificing money, whether you're sacrificing time, or whether you're sacrificing in song. There's people that sing on praise teams and worship teams and all the rest of that stuff and ain't living a teaspoon of the gospel, but they get up and sing and praise and clap and do all that. And God says that earns you nothing with me, because you can't sidestep holiness and get close to God. Do you remember when Samuel said that obedience is even better than sacrifice? In other words, if God had to pick one, if you had to bring one to the table, if you had to choose one over the other, obedience would be more valuable to God than even your sacrifice. Now you bring them both, but if you had to pick one, obedience trumps everything. Am I making some sense? That's so important to understand, because we've got to bring ourselves in alignment with the character and nature of God. Is Pastor making some sense? All right, listen what he says.